Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RaidCall EMS Summer 1. This is going to be the American group stages. We've got Kaipi versus Team Dignitas in the Group A matchup here. Thank you for joining us here on Dota. My name is Maut. With me tonight is Dignitas. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. Could be better, but just kind of lost the game today in a really bad way.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you do have a game later on tonight against THG, so that should be good. So hopefully you can get down with that.
We have to beat the twin-headed dragons that try hard Dota.
Yes, that's right. Try hard Dota, of course, in Group B matchup for them. But right now, KP's going up against Team Dignitas, two very strong teams. And right off the bat, I want to get your opinion here. Who's going to win mid? Do you think RTZ can carry their team to victory?
Well, I can't really say because Dignitas has put pretty much everyone except for Aoi 2000 mid lately. I think I actually have. I've seen Universe there, I've seen Stinking there, I've seen Way Too Sexy there. I'm pretty sure I've seen Fog mid as well. But I haven't seen Aoi mid, so it's just can't predict it. I gotta see what the heroes are first. Yeah. Or at least who on Dignitas is there, and then I can come up with something.
Definitely. And I mean, you mentioned how Dignitas kind of was roaming around with, of course, their roles, and they've been switching a lot of things around. I mean, just in the few games that I've seen of them recently, they've been playing heroes definitely in different roles. It's very interesting what they like to do here. KP's going to go ahead and ban out the Darkseer, as well as, of course, the Storm Spirit. Team Dignitas, they're going to ban out the IO, and another ban to come shortly thereafter. But definitely two big powerhouses here, of course, in North American Dota. I guess if you can call KP, American Dota, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Dignitas, they're going to have another ban in just a second here. The first ban, IO, of course, and KP with kind of a little bit of a respect ban, I think, for the side of the Storm Spirit. I don't know if I like that or not with that ban there. Could use it for something else, but just my opinion. So,
well, with the new captain's mode, where it's 2 bans, 2 picks, 2 bans, 2 picks, 1 ban, 1 pick, teams are just experimenting a lot with their drafting and letting more heroes get through, especially with all of the changes to the heroes, especially like Naix, for example, who's already picked up, and Lone Druid were 2 of the huge changes. Barrett also here, they got changed a lot, but anyway, teams are just experimenting a lot more right now because there's DreamHack Summer coming up in a week and a half, and teams want to be prepared for that. And they don't really care too much about potentially dropping one game in a best of 3. That's double elimination tournament anyway, online.
Right. That's, I mean, experimentation. This is weird, though, because, like, these heroes did get slightly nerfed, but they're the same heroes we've seen over and over and over again. Even with these nerfs, I think these heroes are still really strong. I'm, like, not really surprised that, of course, these teams are picking up these heroes here. So, like, the Lifesteal and the Lone Druid from the side of Dignitas, and, of course, Batrider and Bane from KP. So, already 4 strong heroes in the game. Shadow Demon going to get banned out. The Phantom Assassin banned out. Interesting ban for the Phantom Assassin. More and more teams are starting to pick that up here. Where do you see KP going with their next few picks? They do have the Batrider. They've got the Bane. Generally, I don't think I've seen RTZ play the Batrider before, so I'm not sure if they're going to send him mid. What do you think they're going to grab for their next few heroes if they have the option to grab something?
Well, the beauty of having Batrider and Bane is it's a duo that works really well in a team, and picking off any hero you want. You just lasso him way out of position away from his team with the Force Staff. After blinking on him, then you Fiend's Grip and they're just dead. So they have a wide variety of heroes open to them. They can go with several different strategies here. Trying to think of heroes off of the top of my head, and it's really hard when you're not able to look at the heroes.
No, it's like when you have that list in front of you, you're just like, yeah, okay, I can see them picking that hero or whatever, but it's just like, it's so damn confusing when you don't have that list in front of you. And I'm going to print out a list and just like freaking print it on my wall and just say, okay, here's the hero list.
Get a big ass poster of the current heroes. Perfect.
They actually have those in the Dota store. I'm going to buy one.
One thing Kaipi is known to do is use Bane and Lina as a support duo, because Pylai Dai plays an exceptionally strong Lina. And secure their safe lane so Eternal Envy can farm on a hero like Faceless Void, which they could definitely do this game. Faceless Void is one of the better carries against the Lifestealer. As far as other heroes, they could just... It depends what carry they want to pick up.
10 seconds
entirely. Like, if they have the opportunity with a Bane to go aggressive tri-lane, or they could just run a defensive tri-lane, I think what Dignitas is going to look to do with their heroes is dodge the Bane. Bane is amazing early game against Lifestealer with Enfeeble in lane, making it really hard for him to CS. He's also amazing in lane against an off-lane Lone Druid. If you just sleep his bear, creeps don't aggro to his bear, so you can follow that thing around, cast Nightmare on it, and that bear is getting nothing in lane, and he's forced to go jungle.
Yeah.
So I think Dignitas might just safely in the Lifestealer and jungle the Lone Druid.
And you make some good points with that Bane. That Enfeeble, I didn't really notice it until a couple of days ago. How Enfeeble. It was actually a game I was casting of you, and you were playing that. Bane, and you just Enfeebled on cooldown. I'm just like, wow, that Lifestealer's not getting anything done. So I think Enfeeble is certainly underrated in terms of a skill. You make a really good point about Pile Die with Alina. Certainly want to see what they do want to pick up for their carry. I know Eternal Envy, he loves to play things like the Phantom Assassin, the Lifestealer, as well as the Lone Druid, but those are all gone. He can't pick those up. Maybe see something like an Anti-Mage, so more like a 4 Protect 1 kind of lineup here, and they might have the ability to do that. I'm not sure if you're thinking the same here, and Team Dignitas, of course, is going to pick up the Jakiro.
Eternal Envy's bread and butter carries tend to be Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer. As of late, he's been playing a lot of Syllabear. A lot of Syllabear. And Ursa. There it is. I was just trying to think of the last one that he always plays, and it's Ursa. And bam. That's one of their heroes that they feel is a very strong counter to Lifestealer, because he is. And he's also very strong against Lone Druid, so Eternal Envy going to one of his favorites. And
it's a hero we don't see too often, but I'm excited to see how this Ursa is going to stack up against the side of Team Dignitas. Of course, Team Dignitas, pretty strong lineup in their own right. The Lifestealer, of course, he did have that open wounds nerf, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Lone Druid, no more armlet for him, but at the same time, people have been going for, you know, Radiance or maybe even just a Maelstrom on that Lone Druid if you can't get that farm for the Radiance. So it's kind of back to pre-armlet kind of meta here a little bit. Jakiro from the side of Dignitas, of course, we see Fogged as well as Way Too Sexy play that very often, and they do very well for themselves. And Universe as well plays a really mean Jakiro, I gotta say. I've seen him hit some nice ice paths, but 1 minute left on reserve time right now for Team Dignitas. Since they already have both of their carries, they're probably going to look for a mid hero here and another support. In terms of another support, there's no Shadow Demon available. Maybe go for a Nyx Assassin, of course, because that was not banned out if they want to go down that route. Just to get something set up, of course, for that ice path.
Yep, and Nyx did get nerfed slightly as well in 6.78, but he's still really strong, especially against a Bat Rider. Against the Bat Rider Bane combo, if you can stop the Bat Rider from dragging your teammate out of position for the Bane to Fiend's Grip and easily pick off at the start of a fight, that is crucial to shutting down some of Kaipi's versatility in their lineup. So Nyx could be an ownage pick.
I
although
agree.
Mana Burn does do a lot less damage now.
It's still pretty good, though. I think Mana Burn's still a really nice spell. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, Dignitas does have the pick of the litter here in terms of supports. The only one that was really banned out was the Shadow Demon. And of course, you see that Bane's on the side of Kaipi, so they've got a lot of different supports they can go for. They're going to go ahead and pick up the Clockwork, though, and that could very well be their mid hero. I know they like to run Clockwork from time to time in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Venomancer are going to be picked up from the side of Kaipi. Very interesting that they decided to go for that hero. I'm not sure. Did he get any more buffs besides, of course, that Aghanim's? Was it even an Aghanim's buff for Venomancer? Did he even receive any buffs? I can't remember.
I have no idea, because who cares about Venomancer? Just to put it bluntly, that hero is not fun to play. He's also not fun to play against because of how much damage Poison Nova does, and how annoying Venomous Gale is.
Listen, I love playing Venomancer, okay? I think he's a great hero, alright? I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just going to say that. I mean, like,
real quick to go away from the Venomancer tree and talk about the lineups. The Jakiro pickup from Dignitas signifies to me that they don't want an aggressive tri-lane. And the Venomancer pick from Kaipi signifies they want to aggressive tri-lane. And they want to just stomp on this Lifestealer early on in the game. Clockwork is a hero that Dignitas has run off lane, mid lane, and as a support played by Fogged. So they really realistically could run it in any lane. And with Visage, it's definitely going to be a solo Clockwork. Probably mid because they also have Lone Druid.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking right now. Visage is just a hero that's been picked up so often recently. I think he's a really good hero. If you can get that micro going, and on top of that, Soul Assumption does so much damage in a tri-lane, of course. And Kaipi's going to finish off their lineup with a Templar Assassin. That is Arteezy's bread and butter, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how he... And there he goes. He picks that up immediately. He's got 100 on a chem exam, guys. Round of applause for Arteezy for getting 100 on his chem exam, everybody. Congratulations, Arteezy.
Well, Eternal Envy actually changed his name, saying that he actually got 92%. So, Envy's calling out his own teammates, saying he's a liar.
You know what? Those Canadians, man. Can never trust them.
This is Canadian versus Canadian hate going
That's
on.
true. That's true. A lot of Canadians on both sides right now.
Sneaking is going to be playing the Clockwork mid against Arteezy. And you brought up the question earlier, can anyone on Dignitas beat Arteezy mid? And Sneaking playing in a matchup that I believe favors TA a little bit.
10 seconds.
I don't think either of them are going to die, unless there's ganks that happen. But TA should free farm against the Clockwork. I don't really see his farm getting interrupted that much.
And these two players, they love playing against each other. Both Arteezy as well as Snaking. They go a little far back here. But getting some introductions, we're going to see on the side of KP, Come With Me on the Bane. We got Arteezy on the Templar Assassin. Pylai will be up on the Venomancer. EE will be on the Ursa, and to finish it all off, we're going to see Clairvoyance, the stand-in, will be on the Bat Rider. Meanwhile, on the side of Dignitas, Universe is going to be on the Lifestealer, Snaking on the Clockwork, way too sexy on the Visage. Aoi 2000, or AUI 2000, and I believe that's his preferred nomenclature, will be on the Lone Druid, and Fogged will be on the Chikiro right now. 5-man aggression coming out, looking for maybe to just try to stop an early Roshan as KP was heading over there, down there, but Universe is going to jump into the Roche Pit. See, that's not happening, and Clairvoyance, of course, is going to spot that out. But right now, it looks like it will be a defensive tri-lane, I think, from KP, as they actually had the Bane as well as, of course, the Venomancer and Ursa up here. So,
30 seconds.
but now everybody's rotating around, so I'm not 100% sure.
Envy might be trolling, although Ursa mid is a thing that's actually pretty good. I don't think he's going to be going mid this game, though. Kaipi supports Deadpool Eternal Envy, so he started out with a poor man shield. The reason why Kaipi is running a defensive trial instead of going aggressive like I thought they would is they saw the Visage pick. Like, you know, Visage is just so much damage, they don't want to risk going down there, especially when Bat can utilize the jungle so much better than a Lone Druid can. And if Aoi on this Lone Druid stays top and his bear's getting slept up by this Bane, he's not going to have a fun time.
Invisibility.
Yeah, he's going to have a tough time getting some CS up in that lane. And like you said, I mean, if the Bat Rider's having similar trouble, he can just go over there, stack those cams, of course, just get that Firefly going, throw some sticky napalm up there, and he'll be good to go. But for right now, just looking at the lanes right now, you can see Arteezy, he's in the mid lane right now, going against Snaking. There's the immediate Enfeeble coming out from the side of the Bane there, and so that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for Snaking to hit his last hits right now. In fact, it's going to be almost impossible. You can see he's missing already a few of them. But yeah, this defensive trialing, they're already going to try to take down the bear here. They're not going to be able to do so. It looks like he was trying to go for the rune or something like that. Looks like the Venomancer picked up the Invis rune, and he'll head up to the top lane. I think he actually used it already. So right now, it looks like Eternal Envy, he's going to be getting some free farm up here as AUI 2000 is going to head down to the jungle very early on. Defensive tri-lane coming out from the side of Dignitas as well, and Universe is going to be getting that free farm for the Lifestealer. So given free farm here, who's going to be more effective, Eternal Envy or Universe on the Lifestealer?
It's not much lockdown that the Ursa really has to worry about. It's really just Ice Path. So if he's able to get a Blink BKB, and you have to remember, cogs don't knock you away if you have BKB up anymore. If he's able to get that up early, he's going to be a menace, so I definitely think it's Ursa. Lifestealer needs a lot of farm to be able to deal with an Ursa. In a 1v1 fight, Lifestealer just needs to run away from an Ursa for the first, like, 30 minutes of the game.
Right.
So I definitely think that this is going to favor Eternal Envy and Kaipi.
Yeah, and that carry could work out for them. Meanwhile, there's going to be another Enfeeble onto Snaking. So Bane doing a very nice job. Come with me, just throwing up that Enfeeble on cooldown, as you can see. Arteezy's getting some decent farm right now. He's sitting at 6 CS. Ursa's at 10, 9, of course, going for the side of Universe. So you talked about, I mean, Ursa's kind of a little bit of a counter to the Lifestealer if you can make sure that you don't get kited around on the Ursa. If you can get in close to the Lifestealer, you can just take him down so quickly, of course, with the Fury Swipe, with the Overpower as well, and once you get level 6 on that Enrage as well on top of that. So they can also go for a pretty early Roche, assuming Eternal Envy is going to go for Vlad's, but that's an interesting assumption. So we'll see if he wants to do that. Also, they also have the Templar Assassin, so once they get that Melt Strike going from the side of Arteezy, they can definitely take down Roche and just pretty much destroy heroes in team fights. I mean, just absolutely decimate them with the amount of physical damage they have.
Yeah, and he doesn't even need to get a Vlad to kill Roche. Ursa plus TA. Once TA's like level 8, I want to say, they're going to be able to kill it with ease if they want to. It's just, it's on Kaipi for when they choose to go.
Right now, get some farm. So
I was using his bear to scout for potential ganks or something, or to mess with Clairvoyance, who's playing the Bat Rider for Kaipi and standing in. He's messing with his camps to try to slow the Bat Rider down because he knows that Bat Rider is going to be getting a lot out of this jungle, while him on bear isn't going to get that much.
Yeah, and you can see he actually just blocked that large creep camp from spawning. So Clairvoyance is actually going to have to head back home. He's actually kind of low in health, so he'll head back there. Just make sure that he can get some regen going. Up in the top lane, 22 CS right now for Eternal Envy. In the mid lane, 15 CS, of course, for the Templar Assassin. Clockwork only sitting at 8, and that's probably the way it should be. Refraction, of course, is a lot better for right-clicking and just getting last hits. Snaking, if he can get close, he'll just take a lot of damage in terms of side blades, as well as just regular damage, and Meld Strike if he gets close enough here. RTZ is going to Bottle Crow right now. You can see it's being brought back to him. Meanwhile, Cogs are going to go again from snaking in the mid lane. Still, this is going to be a pretty passive game early on. They're just, since both teams have free farm in their safe lanes here, they're just going to farm until they feel comfortable to start going for ganks and stuff like that. In terms of CS right now, Universe is, of course, down 5 to the side of the Ursa for Eternal Envy. So Eternal Envy doing a nice job. He's got his phase boots done. He's got a Poor Man's Shield, and he got that pool regen up on him like we talked about. Now a smoke gank going to come in from Dignitas. And they're looking for, of course, Arteezy, who's going to check the top rune spot. He's going to grab that illusion as well.
And if Arteezy gets stuck in Cogs, he's pretty screwed.
Yep. Do they actually have,
actually, there's no... There's a sentry,
okay. Sentry, yeah, I was just making sure. Meanwhile, there is the Cogs right now. He is going to meld up. They're going to throw the sentry down. There's the Ice Path. Soul Assumption's going to come as well. Arteezy definitely in some trouble. He's going to Meld Strike again. Can they see him? No, he comes out of Meld Strike. It's Snake King grabbing first blood there. Nice job. But yeah, like you said, I mean, if he got caught in Cogs, he was going to go down. And they did have that sentry. They placed it a little bit late, but it didn't matter. They got the kill regardless. And I think if they actually stayed in Meld, he might have been out of range of that sentry. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he was definitely out of range of that sentry. Yeah. They nerfed the sentry's vision from 950 reveal radius to range to 800, so he was 100% out of range there. He just might have not been aware of that change. He popped out instantly. He could have definitely waited for refraction to come up and gotten away.
Absolutely. So, RTZ going down, and that was first blood. Of course, grabbing that was snaking, so doing a nice job. That'll help him catch up here in the mid lane, as he's not getting the most farm in the world. He actually is only 2 behind right now of Arteezy, so that kill definitely helped out a lot, and actually should have gotten him some decent experience as well. You can see the Clockwork very close to level 6 right now. Top lane getting pressured here. Here comes the wards from the side of Pylai Dai. Just going to throw him down. They're going to try to take this tier 1 tower top. Eternal Envy's going to go ahead and just take the creep wave here behind the tower. And it looks like there's no fortification flying just yet. They might TP in. Of course, there are a couple of TPs on the heroes from the side of Dignitas, but it looks like they don't want to defend this. Ursa's going to grab that tower, and we'll see what he wants to go for next. Is he going to go for that Vlad's? I'd imagine so. I don't know if you go anything other than Vlad's on this hero early on. I'm not really sure.
I haven't actually seen his build, but yeah, you definitely have the option to go Blink if you want to. Or you could go Vlad's to just be even more of a menace in team fights, to be able to light steal a bunch. Or you could also just rush a BKB and not have to worry about any disables coming out of Dignitas.
Right. And that would be nice to have too. I mean, like, an early BKB could certainly just... I mean, because he already does enough damage as it is with just phase and his right-click damage alone from his abilities. If he goes for BKB, he'll be pretty unstoppable, I think, into the early stages of the mid-game here. And that could definitely be something to really factor in. Of course, Arteezy back in the mid lane here, sitting at 25 CS right now. And of course, Clockwork's 3 behind him. There's 2 heroes here for both sides. Fog sitting in the trees, maybe waiting for an ice path, as you can see. But on the other side, now heading back to the jungle, is, of course, Clairvoyance. He is level 6 right now. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank, so he's actually done very well for himself here in the jungle. He's doing very well for himself in terms of, if you look at AUI 2000, he's only level 5 right now. AUI 2000's got 26 last hits, 34 for Clairvoyance. So very nice job for, of course, Clairvoyance up here in the jungle. He might try to come out and get a lasso going here on Snaking. They can definitely potentially get the kill. Snaking looks like he wants to maybe just try to get up here on the hill. But Clairvoyance, he might come right through, and he's thinking about it. Snaking, if he gets any closer, there's the Cogs. That might actually even kill him. Nice flame break back. There's going to be the Firefly as well, the Ice Path, the Psionic Trap. Boom. There's going to go to the lasso onto Snaking right now. Meld Strike as well. Can Snaking get out? He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to bottle up. He's just going to barely survive. Wait 6. He's going to come in here, try to help everybody out. And I can't believe Snaking made it out alive there. I thought for sure he was going to go down.
Yeah, Clairvoyance actually turned around and stutter stepped there because he thought he got the lasso off. And that might have hurt them a little bit because that allowed Snaking to run further away and allowed his supports in Jakiro and Visage to get even closer to make sure that they couldn't keep diving. They wanted, Kaipi wanted to play that safe, and they didn't want to overcommit and potentially get picked off.
They wanted that still, they weren't able to get it, though, unfortunately for them. But that being said, if we take a look at the graphs right now, I like to check them at 8 minutes here. We've got 500 experience lead going for the side of KP here. Gold is at 1,000. They did take that tier 1 tower up in the top lane here. The tier 1 tower was getting defended bottom lane. As you can see, the Venomancer coming through, throwing those wards down, so Universe was not able to take that. RTZ sitting pretty much still mid right now. Looks like he wants to grab his treads and then go for Blink next, I'd imagine. And I think it looks like Ursa is going to go for Blink Dagger. Did he actually purchase it up already, or did he purchase something else?
He just bought a Vlad's, full Vlad's.
Oh, full Vlad's, okay.
The nice thing that Eternal Envy's doing is he knows that his Bane spent a bunch of time, I think he invaded sneaking mid 3 times, and he just didn't get any experience at all early game. And Bane's a hero that you want to get a quick 6 on, that way he can join fights, he can gank, he can be useful during the early mid game as lanes start to break down. And what Eternal Envy's doing is just straight up jungling, giving solo experience to
Look at Snaking. Yeah, there's the hook shot coming in. There's going to be the battery assault to Cogs as well. Ice Path, Eternal Envy definitely in some trouble. He's going to try to do some damage to Snaking. Not enough. Fog comes in. He's able to get that kill with the dual breath. Very nice gank with that Invis rune coming out from Snaking.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Another smart play from him, from Snaking. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to solo kill Eternal Envy with the Vlads, so he waited for Fog to come in to get the extra damage and also extra disable with Ice Path.
Yep. Now there's 3 heroes here on the side of Dignitas. Lasso onto the bear right now. They want to take this down with the Ice Path onto Clairvoyance. That's going to stop it there. Now Arteezy getting chased. His refraction is popped. He doesn't have a whole lot of mana left, as you can see. They're going to take down Clairvoyance in the meantime. Snaking, taking a lot of damage from that Firefly. Arteezy thinking about going back on it, but there's still 3 heroes here. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, they're trying to go on to, of course, 2 heroes here. One of them's going to go down way too sexy. Meanwhile, Infest up on to the side of Universe here. He's in a creep. They can't deny it, unfortunately. They'll pick off 1, but they wanted more. Eternal Envy will follow this creep wave, but now there's going to be some rotations coming through from the side of Dignitas. Down in the bottom lane, Universe is going to infest out. He will get back to the tower, and he'll be safe here. His phase and drum are done, by the way. The FNC build, as it's called.
Yep.
Still to this day.
Still to this day. Goddamn FNC, revolutionizing the way Naix is played. I just have to do this once. I'm going to do it once for this entire best of 3 and then I'm done. Okay. Clairvoyance, what are you doing with your life? Like, when he would admit he missed a flame break, that's fine. You missed your spell. You can get back, no harm, no foul, right? Oh, he decides to last of the bear because he gets 300 gold now. Dignitas had people ready to respond in their supports. He got Ice Path and Stomp with the Visage Birds, and he ends up dying. Instead of getting a really quick blink out here, he just got it delayed by dying, and he's actually still going to have one relatively quick. But delaying your blink on Bat Rider is something you never want to do.
Yeah.
Also, when he lasted the bear, there's no way they had enough damage or disabled to kill that thing off.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself. I was like, well, what are you going to accomplish here with that lasso? And, I mean, I'm going to agree with you, man. Like, there was only him and Arteezy. Arteezy had no mana, by the way. He only had enough mana for, like, 1 more refraction or a Meld Strike or something like that, and that was it. I mean, with the lasso, with the Firefly, yeah, that's going to do some damage. Not nearly enough. I mean, there weren't any stacks on that bear either. Meanwhile, down to the bottom lane, looks like they're going to try to go on Eternal Envy. No, it looks like Dignitas will back off, as you can see. And Blink Dagger is done for Clairvoyance. It's 11:28, so it's actually a pretty decently timed Blink Dagger, I believe. Generally, you want to get a little bit early if you can, but still pretty good, I'd say. Meanwhile, Hookshot coming in, this time onto the side of course, Pylai Die. He is, in fact, going to go down. There's nothing he can do there. He's going to throw down immediately that Venomous Scale, but it does not help him. And Eternal Envy was looking to maybe try to get that kill, but a nice TP rotation coming out. And now Eternal Envy, he's going to go straight for Roshan here. Don't know if AUI 2000 or the side of Dignitas knows this is happening. They're going to take the tier 1 tower. It looks like they're going to back off. They're not going to head to that Roche pit. So it looks like they will be able to get this Roshan. Probably going to go on Eternal Envy right now. Maybe onto RTZ. They both have a spot open here. Probably going to give it to Eternal Envy. Yeah, there it goes. He's going to pick that up. He's also got 1,000 gold in the bank. That's going to be some nice experience and, of course, gold for everybody on the side of KP. And definitely a nice pickup for them. And with this Blink Dagger, they might start being aggressive here with this Bat Rider on Clairvoyance.
Yep, Arteezy just finished his drum as well. They have Vlads on Eternal Envy. He's had that for a while. They've got everything they need to start taking tier 1 towers, aside from the top one that they already have. So I fully expect KP to start looking for either smoke ganks, and then killing towers, or just straight up pushing.
Alright. I mean, they're going to engage soon, I'd imagine. They do have that 6-minute Aegis, so we'll see what they want to do here. And snaking up in the top lane, he's got an illusion rune, he's sitting around. He still, of course, has that hook shot going for him right now if he needs to use it. either to be offensive or to be defensive here. You can use the get out right now. 3 heroes right around mid for the side of KP. Drum is done for the Templar Assassin. Ursa's next item, I'm not sure what it's going to be. He's still got 1,200 gold in the bank. And the Aegis, and they're going to play passively at least until they want to try to push down mid here, maybe try to get a pickoff or something like that. And, well, looking at the graphs, well, we've got a second here. 500 experience for KP, the gold just about almost 1,000 here, but still. They've only taken 1 tower right now. Of course, there was that 1 tower taken in the bottom lane for the side of Dignitas, so pretty even game right now. Looking at the CS, as you can see, both the Universe as well as AUI 2000 have eclipsed everybody on the side of KP here. So AUI 2000 starting to get some farm. He's got 2,500 gold in the bank. Looks like he wants to go for that Radiance. Psionic Traps flying from the side here as Arteezy is looking for a gank in the jungle. And University might find him there, but I don't know if he'll be able to kill him.
And Radiance is going to be a good item pickup this game for Dignitas. Having something that'll burn through refraction charges is always what you look for whenever you're against a TA. And Radiance is going to be the thing that does it. Along with the Jakiro, actually. Can't forget about him. And interestingly, Fogs decided to skip Macropyre and instead get an extra point into Ice Path. I'm not sure I really agree with this decision, considering they have Cogs on their team. It's 4 seconds, or 5 seconds rather, of people being stuck in one place to just get burned alive by Macropyre.
Yeah, I mean, Macropyre level 1 still a good ability. I mean, that dot, very nice to have, and I think it can change the tides of some team fights, and we've seen it before. But he does have that extra point of Dual Breath as well as the Ice Path at level 3. We're probably going to wait until level 9 to pick up the first level of Macropyre, I'd imagine. In the meantime, though, KP looking to maybe try to push mid here, but of course you can see he is farming the Ancients. He's got 2150 approximately right now. He can buy his Blink Dagger if he wants to go for that item. And we'll see if he wants to. Maybe he can go for a BKB as well. But still have some time, of course.
I'm kind of confused. They definitely have to be waiting for Eternal Envy to buy something. Since they're just content sitting in a farm game. Both teams have strong late game. I don't give either team an edge in the late game. It all depends on how mid game plays out, to be honest. And I see such a huge opportunity here for Kaipi, and I'm kind of confused that they're not pushing the lead that they have.
I think they wanted to. They're going to try a smoke gank right now with 2 of their heroes. They might try to go on the snaking here up in the top lane. We might see some TP rotations immediately from Dignitas if this does happen, though. But here come Arteezy as well as Come With Me. They've got the Fiend's Grip right now, snaking pretty close to the tower, however. But here comes Come With Me. There's the Fiend's Grip. They need damage from the side of Arteezy. Meld Strike snaking. He's going to fall. They need to get out now as the TP rotations are coming. There's the Ice Path. They need to leave now. They're trying to be aggressive here. Fog taking a lot of damage. Oh, the Meld Strike from Arteezy. He's going to grab another one there. Nice Nightmare coming out from Come With Me, but he is going to fall. I think they should have maybe left after that. No, it's a 2-for-1 trade, though, so I'm not 100% sure. And they're pushing down the bottom tower. Very nice smoke gank coming out from the side of KP. They do pick up 2. They'll lose the Bane, but I think it's probably worth it. I was kind of questioning that for a second, but I think it's worth it.
When Come With Me stayed, I just knew that Kaipi was baiting it. They wanted to get even more of a response out of Dignitas to ensure that they would get that bottom tower, and they played that really, really intelligently. Getting a pick on the solo mid, also getting a support just for 1 support, and they also got a tier 1 tower on bottom for it. And it's just
shot. Misses from snaking. He's going to throw up the, of course, Dust of Appearance right now. There's the refraction. They need help, as you can see, but Arteezy, he in fact should go down here. He's taking a lot of damage. Flame Break going to push snaking forward even more. And looks like they want to fight this here. Here comes the Soul Assumption on to Come With Me, taking more damage. Way Too Sexy is going to back off. Race Path coming through from the side of Fog. Come With Me, definitely in some bad trouble here. Dual Breath is going to slow with the Grave Chill. He's going to fall down. 2 down on the other side, but here comes Ursa looking for more, but he's getting kited. He's, of course, got that open wounds going on him. There's the Poison Nova. And there's Twilight Die taking a lot of damage. Clairvoyance looking for a lasso. Might find it, but now they're going to back off. Clairvoyance taking a lot of damage. And no, Way Too Sexy getting a kill with the Soul Assumption. KP losing so many heroes in that fight. Not the best fight for them.
for a second, that first flame break that knocked sneaking back into Arteezy's TA, I honestly thought for a second that that was a 4-staff on snaking already, because of just how perfect that positioning was for him.
Yeah.
And then Clairvoyance blinked into a Ice Path when he's trying to turn it around. And that's just the most annoying thing about Ice Path. Just playing an Initiator against it, you just blink into it and you're screwed. followed up by the dual breath slow, and he just couldn't get anything done. Just ended up dying.
And they actually, I think they might have thrown the Grave Chill as well. But yeah, I mean, that's such a good point. Like, they could have potentially turned that fight around if he had gotten that last off and was able to get out, but they counter-initiated so well, and Clairvoyance just could not do anything there. Pieliedie goes down so quickly. He's so squishy on that Venomancer. And, I mean, Dignitas with a huge fight right there. 2,000 experience for them. And 500 gold as well going their way, as they are leading now in the gold chart, which they have not done since the beginning of the game. Radiant's done for AUI 2000. That is going to be super nice to have, like you mentioned, up against that Templar Assassin. And, well, Dignitas, they're looking good. Hook shot now. This time onto Pieliedie. Flame Break pushing Snaking back. Pieliedie might be able to get saved here, but no, he will go down. The flare is enough in Clockwork. Meanwhile, there's the lasso into the ice path. Doesn't matter. Arteezy trying to do some damage. Full breath. Macro power on the ground. Come with me. Needs to get out of that. Ursa's going to come through. Get that kill. Get 2 kills. Way too sexy trying to get out here. There's the Earthshock. Not going to be able to stop that. There's no mini stun from Earthshock. Sorry, E. And, looking mid now. AUI 2000 sitting in the trees here. That Radiance is done. He also has a Hand of Midas, by the way. And a good pickup for a KP, but they need a lot more than that.
I feel bad for Fogged. You know, when you're playing support, you see one of your core 3 heroes that's farming out of position after they get a kill, and you're like, man, I really want to save you. So he goes and casts his spells, lands a nice ice path and dual breath, and it's just like, oh, hey, there's an Ursa that just blinked at me. I just died for trying to save you. Now we're both dead. Just the worst feeling in the world.
Poor Fog. That's alright, though. That's alright. They still have a nice lead. It's 10-6 at this point in time, and he's had some nice ice paths. We talked about the one against Clairvoyance just a moment ago. They have a 2k gold lead right now, 2,000 experience lead as well, so... Chat, Clairvoyance, what are you doing with your life? Poor Clairvoyance. He's never gonna be the end of this.
Nope, that was his rant against Team Liquid a while back.
That's true.
That's what he's infamous for now.
Yeah. I remember that.
Dignitas is using this Radiance, and they also just got phase boots up on the Spirit Bear, and they're gonna use that to go and push now. Potentially,
yeah, I mean,
they do have the option to fall back and farm. Like both teams, like I said before, they both have good late game. It's kind of a wash there.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure with AUI
infest onto an Invis Clockwork.
Yeah, this is very dangerous. And he's going to hookshot in, he's going to infest right out. Who's he going to go on
for?
I think that's CV. Huge. CV in some trouble right now. The hookshot, the cogs first. The hookshot maybe now onto Clairvoyance. He keeps canceling. It doesn't matter. He's not even going to use it. The infest damage, as was, of course, the flare. Just too much damage for the Batrider to sustain. And now they're going to try to go for that push, like you said, into the mid tier 2 tower here. Going to take down all of these wards real quick. The bear going to do some damage there. And that bear, of course, with that Radiance. They can't really get close here. You can see down in the bottom jungle, you can see EE is farming. And Arteezy also trying to get some farm. He's got a Yasha up on him, so he's going to be providing some nice damage. But they're not going to take this tier 2 just yet. Batrider up in 13 seconds right now. The Batrider having some tough times, but he does have the Blink Dagger and the Force Staff right now, so he's looking good.
Yeah, he hasn't been involved in very much action this game, but he has farmed well. He's got all the items he needs on a Batrider this game, aside from potentially a BKB, but that's not too huge. And something you would expect at 20 minutes on a Batrider when you have Force and Blink. He just needs to find ganks with Force and Blink, and then convert that into towers. As Eternal Envy was back during the mid tower, and then he just blinks away.
Yeah,
2 plays coming up from him.
Yep, he's just like, let me try to take this tier 1 tower. Universe is going to TP in immediately. Nice force of that TP. SNY is going to be done for Universe rather soon. You can see he's got that Sanji already in Blade of Alacrity. What do you think? Honestly, I see SNY on a lot of different heroes here. What do you think about SNY on the Nakes?
That's going full race car, going YYF build. That is
speed.
You can't kite him. He's just too fast. He is susceptible to dying though.
Too fast, too furious, the Nakes.
There are 2 ults in Fiend's Grip and Lasso, if Lasso's ever cast this game, that go through Nakes' Rage. So, he is susceptible to dying, but he's not going to get purely kited by Kaipi.
The amount of lassos in this game reminds me of the amount of black holes in the game last night where Bambo was playing the Enigma. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to throw that out there. Nothing against either of those players, but...
This game's a Rice Fest too, so... Ults just aren't being cast. Don't need to use those ultimates on creeps, that's for sure.
That's definitely true. Meanwhile, BKB is going to be done for Ursa rather soon. Dignitas, they're going to try to counter ward right around the Roche pit. Roshan is in fact up. They want to try to take this next Roche fight, and they definitely can do so if they can get a nice fight going. Of course, the Bear's going to be tanking up there. It looks like they want to try to go for a kill first, or maybe just to push the mid lane in a little bit. Arteezy's roaming on through.
I'm gonna go over some item pickups. Dignitas has 2 Ghost Scepters now, as well as a Force Staff. So sneaking whoever he hooks in on, if he doesn't want to man fight it, like let's say he hooks an Ursa, he can just Force Staff himself out of there. The 2 Ghost Scepters is going to be extremely helpful against Ursa and TA, the 2 main damage sources coming out of Kaipi.
Meanwhile, Clairvoyance lasso up onto the high ground. Snaking's going to come in with that hook shot, and they want to try to fight this Ice Path onto Clairvoyance. This might have been a mistake for him. Clairvoyance is like, no, maybe let me get out of here. But Ursa going right on top of that bear. But here's Universe. The slow Fiend's grip on him from Come With Me. Arteezy trying to do some damage. EE is rooted into the ground. He's going to fall down right now. Dignitas winning this fight, as you see. Double kill for Universe. Come With Me is going to go down as well. Arteezy is the only one doing some damage here. 5 action coming in from everybody. Arteezy's going to fall as well. Double kill for Snaking, as you can see. Highlight Die is going to fall. It's pretty much a team whip, as you can see. But Come With Me gets rooted immediately as he buys back and TP's in. Oh, KP, no. This is not what you wanted.
That is
going to take the tier 2 tower now.
That is ridiculously massive for Dignitas. They knew Roshan was up. Instead of giving away a free Aegis, they went for a smoke gank. They got 6 kills, forced 2 buybacks, and they got a tower, and they got the glyph that's already been on cooldown. Now they get to pressure the tier 3 and probably just take it, to be honest. They might even get Rax here. I think Rax is... Oh no, it's not really a stretch with Bear. Never mind. That thing's dead too.
Oh, hey. Highlight Die. Oh, goodness, KP. You are in some trouble. Highlight Die trying to get out. The flare, as well as, of course, the soul assumption. Plenty of damage there. Sanj and Yashu's done for the life stealer. They pick up the Raxes. They're going to back off. They've got time if they want to go to Roche. They might be able to do so, but AUI 2000 is going to TP back home. So it looks like they're just going to forego Roche at this point in time. But man, that was just a huge fight. Yeah, I mean, you said it the best. I mean, they got like 6 kills. They got the tower, tier 3, and Rax. If we check out the chart right now, I'm just waiting. Everybody wait for it. Boom. That's a 7,500 experience game. Well, more like a 5,000 experience game, but still, within the span of like a minute. Gold, just about the same thing. They're up to 10,000 right now, and Dignitas are sitting pretty here.
Oh, yeah. And Clairvoyance is going the Bone 7 build on Bat Rider. He's getting Mask of Madness next. Unfortunately, he has not played like a Bone 7 Bat Rider this game. Bone 7's a monster. As Eternal Envy gets hookshot by sneaking, followed up with an Ice Path.
And the Dual Breath, and Eternal Envy's dead for another minute now. Now they can
And he's got no buyback.
Yeah,
and that buyback that he did put him so far away from his BKB that he desperately needs. Because he's just getting controlled by Ice Path. Fog's just like, hey, this Ursa, he doesn't have anything to do against Ice Path. I'm just going to give him that, and we can win team fights.
Yeah, I mean, they are just playing so well right now. We talked about how Dignitas wasn't playing their usual self in the last game against Top 5 last night, but I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure Dignitas looks real good right now. I don't know about you, but they're looking like they're on top of their game here.
I know Fogg has had pneumonia, and he's just trying to recover from that right now. And aside from that, just pure exhaustion from playing matches for an entire day can make you look not like yourself at the end of a very long day.
Yeah,
today they look a lot more refreshed.
Pneumonia? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's not doing too well.
Jeez.
But he's playing through like a champion.
I'm just gonna say, go ahead and suck it up. You can play with the pneumonia. He said with sarcasm intended. Like, come on, pneumonia? Jesus. I'm sorry, that's difficult. Clockwork's gonna be going for the Aghanim Scepter. Definitely a good pickup for him. That hookshot. She wants like 12-second cooldown. That's fine. Hookshot like 3 or 4 times in a fight. Definitely gonna be nice to have. One of the few good heroes that I think the Aghanims is good on. Just gonna say that. Gonna throw that out there. Shout out to Ice Frog. But seriously though, I mean, Snake King, he's doing a real good job. He's had some excellent hook shots with these fights. That initiation from Clairvoyance with that lasso up into the high ground on the side of Fogged, which we saw in the river right around here, and then he hookshotted right onto his ally and was able to help with the fight and pretty much save his life. It was a great play. Visage now going for an Aghanims of his own, by the way.
And aside from that, when Clairvoyance did use that lasso earlier in that bottom fight, he didn't have enough backup there. There wasn't a TA or an Ursa to instantly burst, so we weren't able to get that pick off at the start of the fight. BKB just finished on Envy's Ursa, as well as a Desolator up on the TA.
Somehow,
Bird
Visage gets the
with
kill
Agony.
on.
Just you're gone. See you later.
Those 3 familiars are enough to kill Pilot Dive. Meanwhile, hookshot in. Dignitas is there with 2 there. Of course, Universe investing in. A lot of damage coming out. Come With Me is going to go down first. Snaky taking a lot of damage from RTZ, but RTZ is getting kited away with those cogs. In the meantime, another here going down. It is Come With Me. Of course, we talked about that earlier. Now they're going to keep chasing here. Do they want to dive in? Do they want to go for the tier 3? Ice Path's going to go out. Going to miss. Clairvoyance is going to be able to get away. They've dove very far right now. Now they're going to try to go, of course, on the tier 3 tower, but it is going to be fortified. Here comes the creep wave. And they might try to go again, but Dignitas actually loses 2 there in that fight, Snake King being one of them. So they're going to back off, it looks like.
Yep.
They do have that Aegis on AUI 2000, though, so that is something.
Smart choice to back out. That Aegis is going to be up for another 4 minutes or so. A little less than 4 minutes, like 3.5. So they've got time to go for another push. They don't have to force it right now. They got the Glyph on cooldown, which is huge anytime you have Syllabear on your team. Syllabear is also closing in on Assault Cuirass. He's about 600 away. So they're going to farm up, get that AC up. They also have a DD rune at top that they're going to look to secure, potentially, and go for the push.
Mid. JP is actually going to grab a kill on Fog. He was not ready for it. Eternal Envy coming straight down mid right now. Here comes on the side. Universe has got a DD. He wants to man fight the entire team. Pilot Eye getting absolutely obliterated. He's trying to get away right now. Open Wound is already used. Nice usage of that flame break there from Clairvoyance. But the stun from the familiars, the lasso on EE, the BKB. They're trying to take Universe down. Here's the hook shot. EE is going to fall, but he will get the kill on Universe in return. Clairvoyance, he's not in a good position.
He's bombing away.
The root. Oh, nice force up onto the high ground, but unfortunately not going to save his life as that flare does enough damage from the side of Snake King. And AUI 2000, he's got some words for Claire. Why do you have a mom? We already went over
AUI
this.
2000 currently, well, he's dead.
Oh, he
There's
is dead.
Aegis.
RTZ gonna waste that Aegis right now. Come on, he's there as well. So AUI 2000 too busy all chatting. Maybe not enough paying attention on that game. He's gonna send his bear right after RTZ or on Come With Me. RTZ's gonna go ahead and try to TP out. He should be able to make it. Come With Me as well. Ice Path not gonna hit either of those. AUI 2000 wasting an Aegis. All chatting's bad for you, AUI 2000. Tisk tisk.
And Aoi is not a fan of Bone 7, and he does not watch Kaipi's games, clearly. That's something that Bone 7's done a couple of times now, I want to say. I've seen it at least twice.
Is that just for the increased movement speed to get that mass
Yep.
bananas?
To just drag them further away.
That's definitely smart. I never actually thought about that, but that's definitely a smart pickup, I think. And it's not even that expensive in an item, too, so...
If you're smart with your positioning, you're not really putting yourself in too much risk.
Because, of course, that increased damage on you is going to be annoying to deal with as well. But, yeah, I mean, if you got your positioning, Bone 7's a great player, so...
Sneaking just force-staffed himself and went for a blind hook. That was... Alright, Sneaking.
But
He whiffed it, by the way.
It's okay. I mean, that's a low cooldown spell. You can see it's only 40 seconds right now. And once he gets his Aghanims, he's pretty close to that. It's fine. It's fine. Snaking's fine.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of funny to watch it in a match. Just their points.
Universe definitely in some trouble right now. Big lasso coming out for him. Definitely a nice job there. RTZ getting ice papped up. Full-fledged fight gonna come out. KP's gonna, or EE's gonna pop his BKB right now. Wants to go way too sexy. Cannot use his soul assumption. Here's the bear. Double kill for RTZ. They're turning these fights around right now. The slow, sticky napalm onto AUI 2000. They want to take the bear down. There's gonna be the flame break, pushing him back. EE gonna blink in. There's the hook shot, the Fiend's Grip. A lot of damage coming out from the side of everybody. Way too sexy. He's got that soul assumption. He needs to use it. EE's gonna go down. Double kill for Snaking with the battery assault. RTZ triple kill for Snaking. He's gonna clean everything up. Saj is gonna pick up highlight die as well, and an ultra kill for the Clockwork Snaking, playing out of his mind. Unbelievable play from Snaking there.
Rock it on.
What a turnaround.
What a fight. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
looking so good for Kaipi. They didn't have to use Fiend's Grip to get the kill on Nyx because, like I said earlier, Nyx, he went Saint Yashi, he's really fast, but he's susceptible to getting hit by physical damage. He doesn't have the Assault Cuirass, which Bear picked up. So he's got 14 armor right now, and he's playing against an Ursa and a TA that has a Desolator. TA by himself takes away 15 armor. You've had no armor, Nyx, you just die in one lasso. It started off brilliantly, and then they just chased too far, overextended into Cogs, Radiance, Burn doing some work too, and now they're gonna lose a tier 3 mid.
Do you see these three familiars doing work on this tower right now?
Those things are machine guns.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're going to town. Jesus. And Feeble on the bear, lasso onto the bear. They want that 300 gold like they wanted it earlier. EE's going to take it down, so he'll grab that 300 gold. They'll push back the aggression onto the racks right now, so they will save the mid racks here.
And they knew that that was the last bear that Owie had.
Mm-hmm.
Clairvoyance says rank 3 lasso, 45-second cooldown. Definitely worth it now if you can get a free bear kill to just do it.
But that bear's only up in 13 seconds though, so it's not too long of a cooldown for him.
But if you kill it again in the next fight, hey, all of a sudden Lone Druid, who's got the most net worth in the game, I want to say, yeah, by far the most net worth in the game, he's useless. Kill that bear again in the middle of a fight.
Clairvoyance, he's going to get open wounds. Universe trying to get nice force staff. Fog will pick up that kill in the end. Hook shot coming in from Snaking. There's the Cog on to come with me. Highlight Eye going to try to get out. RTZ also in some trouble. There's the refraction charge going. Snaking will pick up that kill on the Bane. Open wounds right now. There's the Meld Strike coming in, but the Radiance Burn will be enough. There's the Meld Strike coming in as well. A lot of damage. And they'll take him down. AUI 2000 going to grab that kill. 3 down on the side of KP. 1 for Dignitas, and it is fogged. RTZ's going to buy back in the game. This might be the last gasp for KP here. They played brilliantly, but not brilliantly enough here. AUI 2000 is going to send that bear mid, going to take down the melee racks first. Now the ranged racks is next in line. And here's RTZ looking to like he wants to go in there with EE, who does have that BKB up. It's 8-second duration right now, but they're going to head top, as you can see, looking for the tier 3 tower. Mega creeps could be coming soon. And KP, it looks they're going to throw the fortification up, but they need to defend this here. They need to defend these racks. But Snake King going to immediately hook shot in. There's going to be the battery soul, as well as of course the cogs. Going to obliterate one of those familiars. Doesn't necessarily matter. EE trying to go right after Universe. He's going to, of course, use his opens and his rage. Of course, way too sexy with the soul. Something will get that kill. EE now trying to get some damage done, but it's not going to happen. He's going to fall, as you can see. Double kill for way too sexy. Ursa will buy back into the game. The bear getting, of course, Nightmare and enfeebled. Snake King's going to back off. Now here goes EE. Wants that kill on Snake King. Nice force staff. The ensnare, the entangle, can he get it is the question. The Radiance Burn doing some damage there. Now the chase is on this bear. AUI 2000 also trying to get out. Of course, he still only has regular brown boots. There's the force staff forward coming in from Clairvoyance. Now the TP, the flame break, it is in time. AUI 2000 is going to go down, but here's Snaking using that hook shot right now. Not able to do anything else because he's got no mana. The ice path barely missing a few. AUI 2000 in the trees. He's trying to get out. He is stuck. He's going to go down. Eternal Envy with the kill. Highlight die. Fire on the ground right now. Of course, there isn't going to be a Fiend Script grabbing another kill, this time on Snaking Gem on the ground. KP turning it around right now. Fog, he might be next. He's going to go Scepter. Will it be enough? Definitely not. He's not going to stop him in his tracks, but he is just prolonging his own life, and only for a moment. GG will be called from the side of the EE. Surprisingly enough, after that fight.
There's mega creeps on the side of Dignitas. So they were just kind of clowning around the entire fight. They didn't really care if they died because mega creeps.
So
it's not really good creep clearing coming out of Kaipi. They've got no chance against it. They know it. So Envy taps out.
Yeah. And smart play. They're going to go ahead and get into that second game. By the way, this is a best of 3 series, guys. So keep that in mind. I do want to apologize, of course, for not being able to view in-game, of course, the Dota TV ticket fiasco, if you want to call it. If you guys remember, if you saw those Reddit posts, somebody, an admin for the ESL, kind of went crazy. We'll just say it, that he went a little haywire. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching in stream. Check us out at nationalesl.com. You can follow me at twitter.com/Maut. Head into the next game. Vitas, where can they find you?
We'll just do that at the end of the series.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't want to, do too much.
Understandable. All right. Ladies
Overall,
and gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
that was final thoughts on the game. I'll do that one.
Okay.
It's a well-played game from both teams. Like at the start of the game, both teams knew what they had to do. Owie didn't waste any time. He went straight to the jungle. He knew he couldn't get pulls off on top lane as Celeberry. And Clairvoyance looked at that trial and he was like, yeah, I can't really fight that. So he just went to the jungle, farmed up a quick blink. Unfortunately, Kaipi looked a little disorganized having a stand-in instead of having Bone 7. And it really hurt them, and they weren't able to get the initiations they wanted or needed, and that hurt them in team fights, and Dignitas took advantage of it and won the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, those are your final thoughts, brought to you by Beatas.
Also one last thing, shout out to Snaking, he played a sick clockwork this game.
Absolutely, 100%. He got that ultra kill. Real great plays from Snaking, but we are going to jump into the next game in just a moment, guys. So hold on tight, we'll be right back, everybody.